Today, on the Better Movie Guy is looking at Jaws. Don't want the shark, not the villain from James Bond. Let's hear what he has to say. Brought to you by the Bearded Movie Guy. Hi, I'm the Bearded Movie Guy. Today I'm looking at Jaws. Jaws is the original summer blockbuster made by Steven Spielberg, and in my opinion is one of the best movies of all time. A little while ago I got to show it to my daughters, and I just watched it again with them because I love Jaws. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. This movie simultaneously made me terrified of sharks and love sharks. I love sharks. I have ever since watching Jaws. I was terrified of them, don't get me wrong. I didn't want to go in the water. I actually remember not going in my man's pool for a while. We live in Toronto. No great whites are around here, it doesn't matter. If you ask me on my top 10 favorite movie list of all time, Jaws would easily be on it. Let's look at what it's about. Jaws is about a small town named Amity, which mainly relies on summer money. It's a tourist destination, people go there for vacation, people go there to swim on their nice white sandy beaches. Just before the summer starts, a girl goes swimming and doesn't come back. Her name is Chrissy Watkins. She gets killed by what they think is a shark and then immediately says a boat accident because they don't want the word shark mentioned. Chief Brody, who's played by Roy Schneider, is new to the island and he totally doesn't get it. He doesn't understand that this is all about a summer thing and that they're terrified of what could happen if people don't come. He immediately wants to shut down the beaches and they immediately say no. Of course, what happens? Somebody else dies. Matt Hooper comes to the island. Matt Hooper is an Oceanographic Institute guy. He's the shark guy. And after another incident happens, finally, they close down the beaches and Hooper and Brody join with Quint, played by Robert Shaw, a local fisherman who specializes in hunting sharks. That's the basic plot of the movie. Let's look at the cast. I love this cast. The three main actors in this cast. Ever since I saw this movie when I was a kid, these three guys have been some of my favorite actors. Roy Schneider playing the cop who's out of his element, doesn't like water. I've loved him ever since. He was in French Connection. He was also in the TV show Sequest, which was pretty awesome. He just plays an awesome guy who just is a bit out of his depth, but also is trying to do the right thing and knows what to do is the right thing, but they don't want to listen to him. Richard Dreyfuss as Hooper. Oh man, this guy seemed so cool when I was a kid. I wanted to be Hooper. And then there's Robert Shaw. I'd only seen Robert Shaw in this for a while. I hadn't seen much of his other work. I didn't know he was English. But the man is Quint, and Quint is the man! Quint is awesome. There's no other way of saying it. Quint's just awesome. Everything he does is awesome in this film. Yeah! The direction by Steven Spielberg. This is one of his first major films. Spielberg, for the first time directing, did an incredible job. The mood, the way it comes together, the fact that he takes scenes about a kid imitating his father in a shark movie. That's what makes Jaws so much more than just a creature movie. When I tell people that Jaws is one of the best films of all time, they kind of look at me like I'm silly sometimes, but it is one of the best films of all time. It's more than just a film about a shark. He did just a great job, and especially considering filming on water was not easy with a mechanical shark. It's funny because the shark didn't work a lot of the time, and it was the big joke. If you've watched all the documentaries about Jaws, they say the shark is not working, the shark is not working, and then they finally say the shark is working. And because of that, he had to shoot around the shark, and so they did the barrel thing where they shoot barrels into the shark, and then you can just see the barrels. And he's admitted that if he'd filmed this nowadays, he would have shown the shark like 90% more, and he thinks it would have been ruining the film. The fact that he couldn't use the shark that much, he had to shoot around the shark, and it made for a much more tense and driven film than it would have been if you could have showed the shark every 5 seconds. Let's start with the shark. The shark looks pretty good still, especially when you consider the time period it was made in. The effects still look really good and believable. My daughter likes to pick out things immediately going, that's bad CGI, and she's 10. She never once said that about Jaws, except for actually the hand that was on the beach. She thought it looked kind of cheesy, but you know, the Jaws, the shark, she didn't complain about. Shark's name was Bruce, by the way. That's why in Finding Nemo, the great white shark is called Bruce, after Jaws. It's kind of cool. And then I'll come to the music. This has to have one of the most iconic scores ever. John Williams was brilliant in his use of small little notes matching film to music. This has to be one of the most memorable scores I've ever heard and will stick with me for the rest of my life. Jaws is without a doubt one of the best movies. It's a must-see for everyone. You have to see this movie. It's a 5 beard out of 5 movie.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot recommend it highly enough. So see it, love it, tell me what you think about it. Have you seen Jaws? Let me know. Are you going to see Jaws now that you've heard me rant about it? And I honestly can't tell you how many times I've seen Jaws. Let me know if you've seen it more than once, because I've seen it. It's got to be going on 20 times. It has to be. I did it for my birthday parties a bunch of times when I was a kid because I was that obsessed about the movie. That and Rambo 3. That's another story. And until next time, stay bearded, everyone. You've been watching the Bearded Movie Guy. He loves Jaws. What was that? Did you hear that swim faster? Wait, I'm gonna try that. That music's still creepy though. Gets me every time. Subscribe and tell him what you thought. Like the video and share it with your friends. And he'll not kill you with a shark. Well, he won't kill you with a shark anyways, that doesn't matter, but... And as always, YouTube safely.